Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to do Aldi's makeup dupes. So Aldi's came out with makeup about Christmas in 2018, yeah, and they released all dupes for high-end mascara and called it Lacura. So I think Aldi's makeup brand is Lacura. So they just came out with makeup dupes for high-end makeup. And I don't know if you saw it recently, but they had like a dupe for the what's she called, the Charlotte Tilbury, the highlight and bronze palette, and Charlotte Tilbury actually sued them and she won her case as well. So I don't know how they're getting away with the rest of them. So this is the bronzer. I think it's said to be like the Benefit bronzer. And this is the primer. I think it's meant to be like the Smashbox photo ready primer or something like that. I don't know the exact name. So I'm just going to open it and we're going to try it out. I don't remember the exact price of everything, but I mean it's Aldi, so it was all fairly cheap. I mean the whole point was that it was supposed to be cheap compared to the high-end makeup. I am missing a few products, like I don't have mascara and I don't have a setting powder. But I have primer, which I'm putting on now, and I also have foundation and concealer. So first of all, this actually feels really oily. And I don't think oily is what I need for pores really, because I have really big pores on my cheeks here. Even though my skin is feeling really smooth actually. Okay, so this doesn't say it's pore refining or anything. It just says to apply to make a silky smooth base to improve the look of foundation. And it also says to put on a T-size bit, and I put on more than a T-size bit. So we'll see how it does. I will say my skin does feel really smooth. I just put on a lot more than just a T-size. So it does feel kind of oily now. That's probably my own fault. Okay, so that was the primer. It's not terrible. My skin feels really smooth. I don't know, does that mean that my pores will be filled? So now, this is a Lacura Illusion Touch Concealer and Foundation 2-in-1. I think this was meant to be a dupe for Lancome foundation. I don't have that foundation, but we're going to try this out anyway. I think this colour should do okay for my skin tone. Yeah, it should. I might look like a ghost a bit, but we can bronze up in a minute. I made a face a while ago because I'm not really sure how I feel about the smell. At first I thought it smelled bad, but now I'm thinking it smells like sun cream or sun protection. So I'm just going to apply some more to my forehead, and then I will move into blush and bronzing. So I'm just going to finish doing this. And then, oh sorry, we still have to do concealer as well. So I don't know how this concealer is going to work because the concealer is up here. And this concealer actually looks a lot more orange than the foundation. It also feels like a very thick concealer. Finding it a bit hard to pick it up on the brush. So I'm just going to apply that like that. I think I have too much on the brush now. I might go back in afterwards with my damp beauty blender, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to blend this out fully with just a brush. I like blending out my Benefit Cakeless Concealer with this brush. It works fairly easy with it. I'm not sure about this concealer. I do think this is a very thick concealer. And then I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender now. It's a thick concealer, a bit hard to move around. It definitely was hard to do with the brush. I think it's after lifting some of the foundation off there as well. It's the same thing on this side where I feel like it's taken some of the foundation off. And it's a bit difficult to blend as well, so I might just put some more foundation on the back of my hand. I haven't set anything yet. So I just went back in with a bit of foundation there now. Going to go on my cheeks because I feel like that concealer lifted a lot of the foundation off. I still feel like it's a bit patchy, like it's hard to get the the foundation back on after the concealer took it off. I don't know if I found that great. The foundation, it isn't terrible. I don't know about the concealer on top though. I found it a bit difficult to blend it with a brush. The beauty blender, I blended it out a bit more, but I don't know, I wouldn't say it's great. The next thing I'm going to go in with is the bronzer, which is meant to be a dupe for the Hoola bronzer. So I'm going to use my brushed Real Techniques brush. Just wipe off whatever is on it on my arm. Okay, so I'm just going to use my mirror and start blending out. It's not a bad bronzer actually. I do think you will have to build it up to where you want it. Yeah, it's not a bad bronzer. It's definitely bronzed my face up. I think I went a bit overboard and went too far down. Just going to do my chin. It might be a bit orange. It's not terrible though. I'm just going to do this side. Hair's in the way. I quite like it actually. I don't know what I say, it's a dupe for Benefit. I don't think it smells great though. It doesn't smell great, the bronzer. I think that's it for bronzing. So now I'm going to do blush. And this is the Liqueur blush. This was meant to be a dupe for the Nars Orgasm blush. So I'll show you now in 2 seconds what it looks like. Just need to open it. But there we go. So this is what it looks like. I mean, you can tell just by the packaging. And on the inside, there you go. I'll just take out the plastic. There we go. There you go. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, you can just tell by the packaging what it's meant to look like. I'm just going to go in with a brush. Applying it to my cheeks. Oh, I also don't have highlighter as well. So I don't think there's much pigment for blush, but there's a lot of highlight. There's also a lot of fallout. For the first few times there wasn't anything coming off it, and then there was just a load of it picked up, and there was finally some coming off, but I don't think there's much pigment in it. That is mostly just highlighter. I kind of find the same about Nars Orgasm as well. I've tried it a few times. I feel like it's very like glowy blush, which, you know, for girls with texture on your cheeks, it's definitely not for you or me. I don't like it because I feel like it's very glowy and highlight. There's a lot of highlight in it, and I feel like it emphasizes the texture on my cheeks. It's showing off a bit better on camera now, where you can see it's a bit rosy, but there's also a lot of highlight to it. I don't really like that because of the texture on my cheeks. There's also a lot of fallout as well from the blush. It's everywhere. The last thing now is eyeshadow. I got 2 eyeshadow palettes. I think I'm going to only use one. So these are called the Naturals. There's Naturals 1 and Naturals 2, and these are meant to be dupes for the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. So I'm just going to open both of them and show you, decide which ones to use. There's like a very smoky natural look if you want to. That's Naturals 2. Naturals 1 is here as well. So and Naturals 1 is smoky as well, but it's a lot darker colours. I'm not really sure which to use, unless I use both. I think I might dip into both because I'm trying to find browns, and there's not a lot of browns in the both of them. There's just like a mixture of 1 or 2 that I could dip into. Give me 2 seconds. I need to find more brushes to my eye makeup. So I'm just putting everything out and making a mess now. So I'm going to go ahead and start now. And start blending. So I'm going to go into a light brown shade on my eyes. And I'm just going to blend that into the crease. It looks like nothing's there, but it's just like a very light browny grey colour. So I just want something in the crease anyway. I think I might go into this one. It's starting to show up a bit now, but it's very like light and faint. That you can't really tell or see it. I don't know if you can still see it there. I'm going to another brown. I'm mixing between the two palettes just in case you're wondering. So yeah, there's a darker brown here. There you go. That's showing up better now. There we go. So I really had to layer them on just to get this colour to show up in the end. I don't know if I hadn't layered them would this colour still showed up, because you kind of seem to need to layer them just to make them show up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a shimmer now. What kind of shimmer do I want? I might take a gold first, a goldy shimmer first, and then layer like a shimmery glittery colour on top of it then. Trying to clean my brush before I do this. So going to gold first. This is without any setting spray on it. Wow, that actually looks really nice. That looks amazing. The glitters in this are actually really nice. I'm really impressed and really shocked as well at how well that showed up. In the palette, it is very crumbly, picking it up on the brush. It's not applying crumbly to my eye though. It's actually going on really easily and really nice. And this was without any setting spray, so it's applying really well. And so I'm going to go in now and apply the glittery shade on top. This is very crumbly actually. That doesn't seem to be going on very well on top. I might try a different one. Taking a different brush as well. Okay, this one is showing up better now. The other one that I used didn't really show up at all. You can see it there. I might need to blend it out just a little bit better. There you go. You can see it in the middle. It's actually making a difference as well. This one is layering really nicely on top of it. The other one, I don't know why, it just wouldn't layer at all. But this is making a really nice impact where I'll just make my eyes look bigger. The glitters are quite chunky, but the other ones, they all blended really easily and quite nicely. I just want to say again that I'm using between the volume, the what is it? Naturals 1 and 2. I'm using both palettes between the two. I was going to go back in and blend everything out. I'm going for quite a smoky eye. Yeah, there's a brown staying up here. I don't know why. I don't like it, and it won't seem to go away. So I'm going to try and blend the grey over it, because I want a kind of grey to get that smoky look. And it's just coming really messy and muddy now. Great. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it underneath my eye as well. I forgot to do that. And now I'm just making a mess again. Oh god. Okay, so it is messy, but it'll have to do. I don't have mascara, as I said, so that's it for the finish. The eyeshadow has ended up looking a bit messy now. Oh well. There you go, just wipe it away. I don't think they were bad, really. They might have been just a little bit difficult to blend. It's not looking too bad now. Go. It's a bit messy up there by the brow. Still think it's getting worse. Thought it was getting better, but it looks getting worse. I'm just not the best at blending, really. I'm not a makeup artist. It's just something I do for fun. And I don't think they were terrible products, but I mean, that's the point in it, that they were dupes, actually. You know, if you don't want to spend the money, then find dupes. These products aren't actually available anymore, and I don't have any lip products either. Yeah, they weren't terrible. I also have skincare from Aldi's that I want to do a video on as well. They were all dupes for Glam Glow as well. So I hope to do a video like that in the future. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And overall, it's not a bad makeup look. I know the eyeshadow looks a bit muddy. That's my own fault for not being good at blending eyeshadow. But overall, it's not terrible. The bronzer isn't bad. The blush, that wasn't bad either. I just don't like highlighting the blush, so it wasn't terrible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel as well, especially if you want to see more videos. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, guys.